Oh, you put that one down. Yes, guys. Yes, people. Big up. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another video. This was initially going to be a Q&A because there was just nothing to talk about. There was links with Kamada and Tammy Abraham, but they were both, like, honestly, just a pair of bollocks. Like, I couldn't even be shameless enough to try and run that as like a title or anything. The Kamada links, we were like mentioned 3 times in the article or in like 3 lines. And it's a load of bollocks. We're not going in for him. Tammy Abraham, just want to throw that out as well. That was just mentioned by Fabrizio, but it wasn't even anything concrete. All that he said was one to watch because we have the possibility to bring him back. So it's fucking pointless even talking about that. So we were going to run a Q&A. Then the Mount news came out. Suddenly we have something to talk about. So we're going to delve into everything about the Mason Mount contract situation, all the latest. There was also a couple lines on Bellingham and on Osimhen that we're going to get into as well. So we're going to get into all of that. Probably bring in the panel too, and we'll see what they got to say as well. And then we're on Goonies channel at 5 p.m. We're on Goonies channel. Hey, Said's in here. Yes, my friend. You know, Man United just got linked with Minerals Mount. Manchester Minerals Mount, my bro. 50 million, and he's yours, my friend. And, bro, he is a generational talent. Unbelievable jugador. The connection between the midfield and the attack, my friend. And for you, just 50 million. Just 50 M's, and he is yours, my friend. He comes with pedigree. He comes with European heritage, world heritage, and he's all yours, my friend. All yours for the cheap, affordable sum of 50 million. Big up to yourself, my friend. I hope you're good. I hope you're good. And as soon as he came in, they're spamming 7s. I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. Big up, my guys, though. What's everyone saying? Let me scroll up. Let me see. You wanted Havertz to be benched. You are wrong again. You agenda merchant. All for the views, man. Shameful. I didn't even get any of this yesterday. But we got it today. Can't be asked. Hey, I'm glad he turned up for one game. But now you know where the standard is. He better replicate those performances. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, hella 7s. Hella 7s. It's all mad. It's all mad. Right, what else is everyone saying? Let me go up to the top quickly. Big up DK, big up Fraser, big up Luke, big up Inferno, big up Ndishu. Fraser, I'm going to come back to that in a little set, but thank you for bringing that up. What else? Big up Josh, big up Potter out, big up Harrison, big up Texas, big up Luca, big up Bobby, OG, big up yourself, my guy. Aaron, Don Potter, Henrik Jensen, and yeah, Darko's going to be on Goonie's stream as well too. So check it out. It's going to be me, Darko, and Goonie live at 5 p.m. So check it out, people. And he got another one right again. He said Osimhen's the number 1 choice. You got to respect it when it's... You got to give credit when it's due. He's been getting things correct. He's been getting things correct all year. Big up to Darko. Big up Abdus. Big up Remus. And yeah, big up everybody. Big up. Anyone else? Anything else? Nah, all good. All good. Oh, we got a super chat already. We got a super chat already. Let's get into it. Cool. Darko, something hot, very hot is cooking for Chelsea player-wise. Yesterday night, what? Something very hot is cooking for Chelsea. Yesterday night, he said, if we deserve the news. Big signing. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's very speculative. Can't really take too much from that. I'm guessing we've got something in the works with a player coming in, but we'll have to see what we hear on that in the next coming days. Big up, proud to be a Geordie. Big up, Luke. Andrew says just sell Mason, get 60 to 70 for him. We look like we're going to sell him for 50. I thought you could get 60, 70 for him, but with 1 year left on his deal, I can understand it. I can understand going down to 50. Is what it is. You don't want to re-sign? We got to get rid. Why did we offer 180k a week? That is ridiculous. Yeah, Bobby, it's just because we have the option. It's just because we have the option, and that's it. Shago says, with Havertz's world-class performance, do you still want Felix to be permanent? I keep saying Havertz was amazing on Tuesday, but that's the first time I've seen that performance since the Champions League final. Can't jump to conclusions just off that. I need to see that performance a couple more times before we can start talking about that being the constant. What else? There we go. That was pissing me off. Yeah, hella sevens. No lateness is greatness today. It's not always lateness. Didn't go to the gym either, so we're all good. Yeah, cool. The connection should be back now. I don't know why it's bugging. Lewis, we're gonna do Leicester previews tomorrow. We're gonna do it tomorrow. I said Lewis being mudded by Havertz said, hey, you slander Reece James, bro. So I don't want to hear nothing. You think I forgot about your Lizzo James, bro? Disrespect. What else is everybody saying? Yeah, take Minerals Mount for 70 million, but it'll probably be cheaper. And yeah, Thunder. Mount is likely going to leave, bro. But we're going to get into that in a little second. I asked you this yesterday, but I'd like to hear the panel ask it. If the price is the same, who would you pick, Osimhen or Ivan Toney? Cool. I'm going to start that comment, and we will come back to that. DK says Darko refuses to tell us, which means it's a big signing. Exciting times. Big up Matisse in here again, saying Havertz seems to love playing with Felix. Yeah, their link-up play is good. There's really good. It's just, it hasn't really led to anything in terms of goals or assists yet. But who knows? Maybe with time, they might start finding the clinical side to their game. Both of them need to be better at that. Like, that isn't just a Havertz thing. Felix, like, he's got better intent with his shots. I think that's the right way to say it. But they both lack the execution. But, hey, I can say that link-up play is good. They link up well together. That performance can't be constant. It was a generational display. But if he plays one level, why can't it be constant? Why can't it? Because if we talk about a generational player like Eden Hazard, it was the constant. So this is the thing. He's not generational. Let's not get ahead of ourselves over one game. Let's not do that, people. If we're very happy with the performance, let's build on it. Let's not start jumping to conclusions or anything. I'm also not going to take away from that performance because it was unbelievable. We're not going to take away from it. But let's not jump to conclusions either. One brilliant performance. Now I need to see you build on it. Consistency. That is my key word. You always know that. And big up to Matisse every single time of the week. Big up. What else is everyone saying? Yeah, Tony's probably getting banned. You can... dickheads, bruv. You've been slandering about, I could never slander the best right back on the planet. They're taking a piss, bruv. Big up Jimmy in the cup. Big up yourself, my guy. Big up. Right, let's get into the Mason Mount stuff. We're going to start off there. So the first thing we saw was from Jacob Steinberg saying Mason Mount could be available for 50 million. And let me just, the thing's fucking lagging. It's increasingly likely that he leaves Chelsea. Chelsea's latest offer was understood to be worth around 180k a week. I didn't expect us to offer that much. I thought we were going to leave it around the 150k a week mark. I think it's a bit crazy that we offered that much too, but I think it's also crazy that he's rejecting it. We're also reading that Mount wants the Chelsea FC hierarchy to show that they value him. They offered Reece James a contract up to around 250k a week. But I keep telling you, show your value. If you want to be valued, show your value. Like, it's a use or be useless sort of business. And right now, Mason Mount is useless. So why are you going to offer over 200k a week to that? I keep talking about how players play their way into good contracts. And he's not doing it. He's doing the complete opposite. But he's thinking because of the past, he apparently should be getting that sort of amount. The difference between Reece James and Mason Mount, I always say, is on the pitch and off the pitch. When Reece James is off the pitch, we struggle. When Mason Mount is off the pitch, we either don't notice or we play better. So I don't understand this, but hey, I think he's probably just leaving at this point, and I don't care. I don't care. 50 million, I thought we could get a little bit more from him, but it's whatever. He thought he could get a little bit more on his contract. I guess we're both going to be disappointed, but let me know what you guys are saying in the comments. Let me know what you guys are saying. When you're live with Goonie and Darko, can you ask them about player targets? I will do, but I think Goonie's probably going to have that pattern anyway. What else? What else everyone said? Yeah, he does slander Lampard as well. Don't want Mount to dip. He ain't down with the program. He's got to go. I do think he'd be a decent squad player for us, but he clearly doesn't see himself in that regard. He sees himself as one of the biggest players at the club. Personally, I think all the 3 years of propaganda has gone to his head a little bit, but I think we're way too far gone with Mason Mount at this point. That's why I low-key thought he's been dropped because of the contract situation, as opposed to his actual form, because Mason Mount was playing in spite of that for about the last 4 or 5 months. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. Yeah. We'll chat to Darko about that. Mount doesn't value anything right now. It's been constantly proved that we play better without him. And you think he'd humble himself because of that, but no, he wants something similar to what Reece James is on. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. But to be honest, I'm still surprised we even offered him 180k. He's not been playing at that level for a while now. For a fucking while. So yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. What else? Exactly. James improves our game. Mason Mount does. You see, when James is off the pitch, we struggle. We fucking struggle. When Mount's on the pitch, I don't notice him half the time. And if I do, it's because he's losing the ball. It's hard to notice him. There'll be games where the whole first half will go by and I'll be like, oh shit, was Mount playing? I didn't even notice. Didn't even notice. But hey, he is probably going to go. He's probably going to leave. It might not be to Liverpool, though. It might not be to Liverpool, because another thing Jacob Steinberg said is that he is emerging as a summer target for Manchester United. Looks like they want Bruno 2.0. And they are welcome to him. But Mason Mount is emerging as a summer target for United, whose priority remains a move for Harry Kane. He is increasingly likely to leave Chelsea and is a cheaper target than Bellingham. And Liverpool are also in for the Chelsea midfielder. Now, United want him. Liverpool want him. I know people say it means that there's quality in him, and I do think that there is quality, but he's not realizing it. Application is necessary, and he hasn't applied himself nearly as often as he should have been this season. I'd rather we sell him abroad, but I don't think that's going to happen. But with 1 year left on his contract, we're just going to try and sell him to whoever offers the highest amount. So could see a little bidding war between United and Liverpool for him, but they're welcome to him personally. I've said this is not like De Bruyne to me. This is not like Salah. There are certain fans who act like the world is going to end if Mason Mount leaves. He's not. It's not going to end. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. So, yeah. Mason Mount can go wherever he wants. Thank you for 2021 and all of that. But, hey, you've got a bit too big for your boots this season. So, we move. We move. Chelsea will move on. You will move on. And, yeah. All the Mount stands, you can go with him. You can go with him. Include a buyback. I don't think any English club would agree to a buyback. I don't think any of them would. But, yeah. But Lewis, he was our player of the season back-to-back. Bro, that's a fan vote. 2020-21, fair enough. He deserved that. 100% did. I thought it would have only been Mount, Mendy, or Silva that outright deserved that award that season. And Mount was a fair judge for it. Last season, though, Silva got robbed. Silva got robbed in broad daylight. Who's my replacement for Mount? I know we're linked to the likes of Zakarian. We're linked to the likes of what's his name? Sobozai. There's a couple other 10s that we've been linked to. But me and Flawless were talking about this on yesterday's stream. I don't have to come up with the names. I'm not a scout. I'm thinking of the profile of player that we need. We need someone that can connect the midfield and the attack. And it's up to Vivell to go and find them. I trust Vivel's judgment. I'm sure he's going to find someone who's good enough to play in that position, but it's not really my job. Not really my job. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, my bro. We will have to see. I know we have been linked with names, though. And again, that feeds into the idea that Mason Mount is leaving in the summer, because we wouldn't be actively looking for 10s if that was the idea. Hell, it could even be an Nkuku. Could even be a Felix. Yep, the damage is done, but oh well. Oh well. What else? Everyone want McAllister. Yeah, good luck getting Brighton's only World Cup winner from him. Good luck. Yeah, Mike Mignon's quality, but like I don't think Milan would get rid of him. It all depends on his contract situation, because he's one of their most important players. What is his contract? Yeah, he's signed for another 3-4 years. You're paying top dollar for him. So I don't know. I don't know. What else is everyone saying? Chelsea are very satisfied with the professionalism and exhibition level of João Felix and will try to navigate with Atletico this summer to purchase him on a permanent basis. Hey, I'm cool with that. I would like to see a little bit more of João Felix before I get completely invested, but I do still think he's one of our best forwards. Just want to see him get that clinical edge to his game. That's all I need to see. All I need to see. Guess he'll take the role of the Horst. Oh, Weghorst. That's actually a decent name, to be fair. That's a decent name. Hey, who knows? I think probably Weghorst's been playing better than him recently, but hey. If we get Felix, does it mean Havertz stays or goes? All depends on who comes in for him. The only club that I've heard in for Havertz was Bayern, and big Bayern sources were saying that that's not happening because they have enough 10s. So, I don't know. If a club comes in for him, I think we would sell if it was for the right amount. But if spots maybes, I think Havertz just goes to the bench if he doesn't get sold. And that's fine, because I've said I think Havertz is decent off the bench. Like, he comes on, gives you a bit of energy, makes the right decisions a lot more frequently than he does when he starts. So if he's a bench option for us next season, fine by me. Fine by me. Man said Johnny knew too. I'm going to leave that. But out of all the situations, all the players, why did the situation happen with Mount? What situation? That he didn't re-sign? Because that's why. Mount's just refusing to sign anything that's under 200k a week from the sounds of it. And that's the reason why we're in this situation. Because he's got a year left. And from the idea of a lot of fans, he was going to be here for the long term. But he doesn't want to sign a long-term contract. So, yeah, it's all on him. It's all on him. I said he's on the Nile with his new tweet. I'll have a look at that later. Yeah. No. Last season, it was just straight Silva. I don't know how Silva didn't win Player of the Year last season. Got straight robbed. Yeah, we got over 500 of you guys in here as well. Have we got over 100 likes? Nearly. Guys, run up the likes, people. Run up the likes. What else is everybody saying? Yeah, Magnon's going to cost way too much. Mohamed Kudus is another good shout. He's another good shout. Kone we're linked with 2, but he's more of an 8. Artab, I haven't heard anything about any DMs. I've heard that we're still linked with Jude Bellingham. This was in the same article from Jacob Steinberg. He says Chelsea have not given up hope of landing Jude Bellingham, but I feel like we're going to have to pay over 100 million for him. And I don't really think he's worth that. Hell, maybe you could offer Mount the other way. Maybe you could offer Kai. Maybe. And then that would sound a little bit more appealing. But he didn't even really wow me too much. Watched him live on Tuesday. Just didn't really stand out. Little good period in the first half. But that's it. Yeah, City have been linked with Kai before, but I also just don't think that's realistic. I don't think we sell Kai to you lot. I don't think we do that still. Yeah, even Mount off the bench doesn't offer anything. Mount shouldn't see the pitch the rest of this year. Number 1, we don't play with 8s. And number 2, he's a snake. Number 3, he's also just not been good. So I'll add to that, my friend. I will add to that. 3 reasons why Mason Mount shouldn't be playing. No 8s, no loyalty, no ability. I did see quiet links with PSG, but that was only from Frank Khalid. And there was like no source to that either. So I don't know. Could go to PSG though. Could go to PSG. Jester says Lavia is going to City. From what Darko's saying, I think he's going to Chelsea, but we'll have to see. We will have to see. Where do you think Declan Rice goes? Arsenal or Chelsea? If we keep Mount, maybe Chelsea. If we don't, maybe Arsenal. Or maybe just follows wherever Mount goes. Maybe just does that. They could both be in Liverpool together. Judas just BLM Mount, keep him far away from the bridge. Boy, I'm sure he's a little bit better. Hey, Sleeping Dragon, yours for 50 million, my friend. Yours for 50 million. A generational talent. A true generational talent. Anything else? Agree with you, Lewis. Bellingham not worth it. Only good for the Bundesliga. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a little bit too much for me. A little bit too much for me. I did see one other post from today from Steinberg. And it says Chelsea intends to keep spending in the summer. They have looked at Victor Osimhen as Graham Potter wants a striker to add to Nkunku. We're going to have a completely brand new attack next season. And I cannot wait. I don't know if it'll be Osimhen because I've said before, I think negotiating with Napoli is hard enough before negotiating with Napoli after winning a title. But hey, if you want to try, go and try. I think Osimhen would be a quality striker to bring in. Might need a little bit of time to adapt to the Premier League. But I do think once he adapts, he will be the exact sort of striker that we're looking for. The physical number 9 that can hold up play, brilliant finish, not going to waste chances. It's exactly everything that we're looking for in a 9. But I just don't know if we get him. I don't know if we get him. He went Mount one player, bro. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Will I be on Kopish today? Of course. We just won 2 games on the bounce. You think I will be missing Kopish? No chance, my friend. I will be there. I will be there. It's not many times I can go on to Kopish after a win. Not many times. Osimhen or Vlahovic? Maybe Vlahovic is a secondary option or a cheaper option. Sell Mount and Havertz and Chelsea can pay off Lukaku. So put Lukaku in the deal for Felix. Or if Napoli need a striker, I'm sure we can help them out. You lose a number 9, we give you a number 9. He's a little bit washed, but it's cool. It's cool. Check Simon Phillips. I'm seeing. Jesters, I'll check your DMs in a little sec too. I'll check your DMs in a little sec. What's Jacob Steinberg said? What the fuck? What's this about Kante getting ambushed a year after winning the World Cup? Huh? What the fuck have I just read? Hold up. Let me go to that first. A year before becoming world champion, Kante is the victim of an ambush while enjoying moments in a restaurant in the... I can't pronounce that. He's invited to get into a dark vehicle where a real pistol is placed on one of his knees. Your agent, you either leave him or we shoot him. Kante denies the scene after telling several relatives. Kante on the phone whilst warning him of this article can be summarized. Nothing has happened for all this time and I have nothing to add. I'm quite discreet and focused on Chelsea, where I'm very happy. You can't go from being the best number 6 in the world to a nominee without there's nothing behind it. The Blues, we like to let it sit that Kante is always smiling. They always sends the same kindness back to Cobham. Behind the scenes, the picture is less shiny. A simple word often comes back. Sad. What have I just read? What? He was ambushed in 2019. What the fuck? Fucking hell, bruv. That shit must be hella traumatizing. So apparently, I don't know, like the idea of Kante always being happy is like just a gimmick. That's understandable. Like everyone runs that narrative with him, but like no one's smiling 9 times out of 10. But what the fuck? I feel for him, man. Like no one should go through that shit. Nobody should go through that shit. I said they point a gun at N'Golo, you dickheads. Fucking hell, man. Is there anything else on that article? Cause shit. Right, I've got the L'Equipe article up. Let me translate that. Oh no, is it a year after? Is it a year after the World Cup or the Club World Cup? I'm confused. Yeah, cause now, yeah. Let me read this. Oh, it's for subscribers only. Fuck off, L'Equipe, man. Fuck off. Yeah, I'm gonna see what else I can find on that. I did not expect to read that today, but shit. Fucking hell, I hope he's good. Because that's ridiculous. No, a year before becoming world champion. I don't know what year it could be. It could be 2021. It could be 2017, I guess, from the sound of it. But yeah. Yeah, we'll get into that. Noah says there needs to be a massive clear out in the summer. Far too many liabilities in the squad who don't play for the shirt, waiting for a paycheck. There will be a clear out in the summer, my friend. There will be a clear out in the summer. So look forward to the summer on this channel because we will be on it every single day. Kingsley says, man, I've forgotten how good Savić was at Fiorentina. Yeah, now we have better players that could service him. I think Savić would do well for us. Plus, he's strong. He can hold up the ball. I'm fine with that. I think his brothers have all passed too. That might have something to do with it. So is the article like Kante is just kind of depressed or something? I don't know. I don't know. Like, this has just come out of nowhere. Let me see, because I'm in a chat with Pies. Let me see if he said anything else on it. Nah, I don't see anything else. Don't see anything else. Is there any other quotes? Is there anything else? Because what the fuck? That is crazy. I said, if you put a gun on Kante, what the fuck, bro? That is ridiculous. Let's see if Dodgers has said anything. Nah, nothing. I think that's all I can get from that article. But yeah, fucking hell, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is mad. That is mad. I did see this as well from him. 2 principal interested parties in McAllister are Chelsea and Arsenal. He's expected to leave Brighton this summer. Again, another Mount replacement. Expected to leave in the summer. Maybe it means it won't take as long to negotiate for him. Can I say, though, like, that was only because it was January and they had lost enough that season. Maybe in the summer we could go for him a little bit more. But yeah, poor N'Golo, man. Fucking hell. Yeah, didn't see. I don't see anything else on that. Let me type his name in quickly. Yeah, that's all I can get on it. I need to just get through that paywall. That's the thing. I need to get through that fucking paywall. Just, yeah, I'll see what else I can find on it as the stream goes. But yeah, I think that's all I can get from it. That's all I can get from it. But yeah. Wait, there was something else. Yeah, they wanted me to check Simon Phillips. That was it. I forgot what I was even on Twitter for. What I was even on here for. That was it. Oh, it's the McAllister stuff. It was just the McAllister stuff. All right, cool. That's calm. That is calm. We'll see what else we can find on there. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm just gonna send the link out. I can't find anything else on it. So I'm just gonna send the link out. While I'm doing this, as always, hit the like button. Oh yeah, what did Jester say? Man City are in pole position to sign Lavia from Southampton because they included a buyback clause in the 19-year-old's deal. Cool. Have to see what happens in the summer. We'll see what happens in the summer. But yeah, link is going out. Link is going out. Cool. How's everyone on? Oh. Fuck off, man. Yep, that is everyone. I think that is everyone. Yeah, I think that is. Right. Yes, guys. Blue Star, find me the source, please, immediately. Find me the source. But yeah, what's everybody saying? What is everybody saying?
Nothing.
What's going on?
Happy.
What was that?
That's great news. Great news. That Mount is not resigning, or has rejected the contract, or whatever you want to say. That made my day.
Mm-hmm.
Does he play against Leicester?
Why would he play?
Oh,
We don't play with eights.
Somebody needs to turn down.
Yeah, somebody got to tell
a
us
lot
that.
of background noise.
It's not me, bro. You moved me for no reason.
Was it you?
Nah, man.
Oh, sorry, it was Dag.
No, bro. You're just used to putting the pressure on, man.
Well, you do
say
still
Nah,
no.
because you
shit off
always
of
leave your
him.
mic on when you're chatting to people. So
I'm
usually
joking.
you-
I'm joking.
No, that's
But
the
yeah.
Anyway,
best news we could get.
don't the only thing that Jester was saying earlier, I want to make sure that everybody knows right away. Chelsea, that's when with me and Darko spoke about Lavia. Chelsea is never in the upper hand with Lavia conversation. Manchester City, we are behind Manchester City. Always in this conversation with Lavia. Lavia, Manchester City has the main thing about Lavia. They have buyback clause and they have a refusal. So no matter how it is going, we have to wait until Manchester City will turn it down, the opportunity. So we're always going to be the second one. It doesn't matter what Lavia wants. It doesn't matter what we want. It's all about Manchester City. It's always been said, Darko always said the same thing. There's always about Manchester City first before Lavia comes to Chelsea. That's all it is. If there is going to be a possibility. We're just waiting, pretty much. We are waiting.
Yeah, we're the third wheel. We are the third wheel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that the club's main target then for the DM?
It's not a main target. He is one of the. Remember,
The
we're not
shortlisted.
the ones. We don't just build the team for just this team. We also build the team for the second team, which means, like, the way I understood is like, we have the complete rebuild means that not only first 11 needs to be built. There's a bench needs to be rebuilt, and there's a youth that progresses onto the bench needs to be rebuilt. So the way this is what I understood what we were saying, but I think just Lavia is one of those players that can actually, and there's a reason why Kante is still on Chelsea, because I think he's completely like a Kante's replacement. Like he's one of those midfielders that like injury is the concern, but he's young. But that's the target for him. And like I said it before, he's 18 years old. He cannot be a number one target. He can't be a number one target. You see what I'm saying? You can't put that kind of weight on the young. It will be good if he's around the first team, if we can get him. That's all it is. Same with Santos. Let's hope that next summer he's gonna be around this number one team. So does that Italian guy. I don't know. The one
Casadei.
went on loan.
Casadei.
Yeah, Casadei. It's just hope that those players are gonna be around number one team just to get used to the system. That's all it is. But yeah, big.
Hold on. Go AM. Okay, we'll get this for you. Kante is washed. There you go. Are you happy now?
Fucking hell, bro. I can say news was crazy though. I didn't expect to be reading.
I
that.
think they were talking about Leicester when he was before he won at Leicester. That was his first league win, was it not?
They said
Yeah, no, but it said the year before being world champs.
world champion, so that was at
Okay.
Chelsea.
So
Yeah,
that
that was-
no, world champs would have been. I think that would have been World Cup.
2018, 2017.
He was
Yeah,
at Chelsea.
so-
We just
He
won the
was at
league. with one-
Chelsea when he won the World Cup. Before
Yeah.
that.
So okay. So if you're saying world champions, maybe I didn't see the vernacular used.
Is it surprise? No, that happens all the time.
And plus,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to Paris, and if you come from those suburbs, they're quite dangerous, to be honest.
Yeah,
The banlieue.
I'm from Paris. You can tell by the accent.
No, you've probably been there. I mean,
No, I've never been to Paris.
yeah, I've been.
They wouldn't let me go on the French trip.
I've been there.
The
They're
French teacher
in
didn't.
the
Didn't
in what they
trust
call the banlieue. They're quite. Yeah, they're rough. It's not like in London. Well, not as bad as London.
me. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
just surprising to read. But
You guys
Yeah.
will be watching Ugarte today.
who?
Ugarte is a defensive midfield, highly rated defensive midfielder for Sporting.
That's the first I've ever heard of his name, bro.
Yeah.
He's Uruguayan.
Did he play in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do. I mean, Sporting are playing Arsenal today. I'll probably give that a little watch. But yeah, shit, I don't know.
Oh yeah, they are playing Arsenal.
Apparently, Body really likes the manager as well.
What was the Sporting manager?
Amorim.
Oh yeah. I've heard his name get linked to Buzz. But Victor, Walter had this question he wanted to ask you guys: Osimhen or Ivan Toney as our number 9 for next season? Who do you
Tony's
guys-
got a case.
It-
until his
without
ca-
the case. Without the case.
Well, you can't say that because that's not reality.
In general, Ivan Toney or Osimhen, which one are you picking?
Oh man, this is the old potential versus what they've a CV. So Tony's CV in the Premier League is better because Osimhen's never played here. Osimhen probably has a higher upside, talent-wise, athletic-wise, but that is. I'd probably
I
take
haven't
Tony
watched
just
a
because he's
single
a
goal
known.
scored by that Osimhen guy.
I've seen a couple goals, but
I
that's
haven't
alright.
seen one second of the guy.
Oh, I've
Everyone's
watched.
united in the
I've
chat
watched.
though. They're all just saying Tony.
Yeah.
I haven't
First of
seen
all,
a
I
single
don't think it's gonna happen because that guy is so substantial amount of money is gonna cost. I wonder when is his when is his contract expires?
You talking about Osimhen?
Yeah.
25.
2 years.
So it's gonna be 1 year at the end.
No,
of,
2 years from the summer.
2 years from some. Yeah, still.
Yeah.
No way.
It's 140 million. It's 140 million.
First of all, we cannot afford it because we're not getting Championship League this season. So I don't think that's gonna be.
We got Potter at the wheel, bro. Why are you hating?
What wheel? That's not a ship. That's not that kind of wheel. Like a pirates thing, like a wheel
Well,
with sticks around.
hey, we are. Our ship is sinking though.
What's the wheel for the ship?
Let's call it a wheel, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody with Wheel University should know. But
Come on.
what's his name? I also saw what's his name? The link to Chelsea. Tammy Abraham. And I was
Nah,
thinking,
I saw-
80 million euros. Like, what kind of buyback clause? Like, 18 million euros.
They
on
thought he was
Tammy.
going to be Drogba reincarnated over there.
He is not the guy runs like the high center of gravity. He's not controlled. This is why he looks like, what's his name?
Bambi.
Like a baby eyes, exactly.
Baby deer.
You see, Crouch is even better technical ability with his feet than Tanmi. Seriously.
Tammy can't even head the ball, and he's 8 foot tall.
You know,
Yeah, he was funny in the air, bro.
another thing that have really pissed me off with what's his name, with Kante, because I believe that this has happened, because that's kind of thing happens to the players. It happened to the Russian hockey players when they moved after Soviet Union broke down during 90s. I know that for a fact personally. The
You would've moved it
racketeering
too.
involved NHL players in the United States, but one thing I know for a fact, it never happens to the shit players. Why nobody put the gun to Lukaku's knees?
Because he already walks like he's had a gunshot to the knees.
You see what I'm saying? Like, why?
That's
Why
Belgian,
this never
too.
happened to the shit players?
Because nobody cares about the shit players. That's why Mason Mount couldn't get mugged in a ghetto. Because, you know,
I
Nobody
don't think
cares.
there's one leg standing on that Tommy link to Chelsea. That's just because
Nope.
that's the
He's not
year
coming back.
when it's because of the year that it's actually those clauses are coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Also-
After this
also
year,
he's
it's
not-
not gonna be.
He's not coming back when he's going to be costing you like 60 to 80 mil when you can get better for a little bit more expensive or for the same price.
For the
Not
same
saying-
price, I think even I'm jump on the board of what's his name, Tony.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I keep like banging on about it when I said this before, but like if Tony's banned, we obviously don't know what it is yet. If that's like under a year or like around between 6 months to a year, like just go and get him. He'll cost you around about the same, and he's so much better. He fits so much
Yeah.
better, a much better player. His like mentality as a player, like I know you obviously that fuck Brentford stuff happened, but like in terms of on the pitch, is like he's him. He is him.
What
Yeah.
about Gonzalo Ramos?
who?
I don't even know who.
I
that is.
like
Gonzalo
Ramos. The problem with that is it means dealing with Benfica again, and I feel like that would be difficult,
Yeah,
and they
that
would
was
risk
not gonna.
all our
yeah.
money. Like he's a
Yeah.
good player, and again, he's another one I think like has that mentality on the football pitch. But dealing with Benfica again, I'd leave it for a little while before we go and deal with
I
them.
do think
can help
we can smoothen the things with Benfica if we will sell Lukaku to them on cheap.
Benfica. Lukaku's not going to Benfica.
It could go. It could go actually. It could go.
To
He's
Benfica.
really to Benfica. Yeah, he could go.
I don't think it's Benfica.
I'm not saying to get the other player. I'm not saying just to get that forward. Whatever you're saying. I think we could do the deal for the Benfica, either one of the Chelsea players, just to smooth out the conversation, because we always did good with Benfica as a business, and I
Yeah,
don't
but they
think
want
Chelsea
cash.
wants to. I don't think it would be. I won't be surprised. I'm not only saying Lukaku. I'm saying one of this. Lukaku is potentially one of them. But I can bet you. Yeah, I'm not putting no lips or anything. But I'm saying like it's a potential thing that that Chelsea will do a really good deal with Benfica this summer from one of the Chelsea players. It will give him a good deal. I won't be surprised.
I would.
Like
would
we
be.
have so many lone players that is still like what's his name, that guy with the dreads,
Ampadu.
what's his name?
Ampadu.
Ampadu. Potential there's gonna be a big market for him this summer to buy if he doesn't make Chelsea.
Only thing with
What?
that, Alex, is Benfica tend to only develop their own players because the business model is to develop the players that can sell them on. So I don't see them
It
taking on
depends.
your player on loan and not having
Okay,
any.
You say that,
That's
but
not true.
one of their best players right now was a loan player that is like 31 or something. One of their best
Exactly,
players.
that's
So
what I'm.
It's
It
about
depends.
salary
Before.
with them, though. It's
it
about
depends.
salary.
It all depends.
That happened before. It's there's never 100% thing for everything in the football. Like there's always rooms. Like people saying, "Oh, Benfica doesn't buy those kind of players." Remember, used to Atletico doesn't buy the like players. They buy or prospects. That stopped. You see what I'm saying?
When they start winning.
Well, that's when
stopped.
they start winning. When
Oh.
it stopped. You know what I'm saying? But what's his name? That thing, it's how you say it. It's a myth that one club does that just for the just for.
Like they do it a lot, but they also do go and get the elder players where it makes sense. Like for example,
Yeah.
João Mario. Like so, if you can find a player, like Lukaku was maybe a bad example, but I get Alex's point. It's like if you can find a player that they want, if you can find a player that they're interested in, maybe that be, I don't fucking know.
Wouldn't be
Kovacic.
surprised if Atletico will require
Like,
Lukaku.
if there's a player that they like, depending on who it is, you might be able to work something out there where like it's not included in the deal, but it's like we buy Ramos for a certain amount and they buy whoever for a certain amount. So it even though he's not directly involved in the deal, you can see that there's a kind of a link there. But it depends if they want any of our players is the issue.
Look,
Don't.
I'm not saying
They
only
don't.
Benfica. I'm
They're too
saying
high
that Chelsea
salaries.
could do thing with Atletico. They can do with Valencia for Lukaku. There's plenty of clubs that plays the way and will
Valencia
like
might not be in
Lukaku.
it. We might need to wait on the Valencia one. They might not even be in La Liga next season.
But you know what I'm saying. There's
Yeah, I get what you mean.
cut price. It will be a lot of teams that will go for Lukaku.
Just I'll say on Lukaku, I'm not worried about getting rid of him. Like, we may not rate him that highly, and for like legit reasons, but he has a proven track record. In the right system, he'll score goals. Like, there is a market for him.
Yeah.
Like, and as long as these owners aren't going to be like the previous regime, where it's like they're trying to grind every single penny out of the deal. If you sell him for a cut price deal just to get rid of him and get that toxicity away from the club, you can get rid of him. He is not the problem. The problem will be players. The problem will be players like Pulisic, for example, might be a problem because again, it depends on what they're wanting to sell him for. Like
apparently, it's 35 million
wages and players that came in for a lot of money because it depends on what they're going to want to sell them for. Like Lukaku, I'm not worried about. I know he is one of those high wage players, but this board
he's
team
also the person that will lower his wages if he wants to move.
Did we sign him for 5 years or 4 years, Lukaku?
I can't remember.
And plus, he could go to La Liga because the tax there is very low. You can see players.
Okay.
Look at the salaries that we hear for.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, for example, if he makes 340 at Chelsea and have a 50% tax, that's like 160, whatever. If he can go to La Liga and get 200, that's already 40K more than he makes at Chelsea.
Well, Lukaku already took a pay cut to go to Inter. He's already cut his salary.
That's what I'm saying. No. I'm saying like on a permanent. If there was a sell for on.
It was a 5-year deal. So 5-year deal means we annuitize or amortize 20 million a year. He's been here for 2 years. That's 40 million off. So you got to get 60 million for the guy to break even.
I don't see the problem with selling for about 50. I don't see a problem. 40, 50. Take a hit on 10 mil.
You can get 60 for him.
I mean, it depends who. It depends how. Like I said, it's not like some that how you say that example of taxes, Rodrigo, is brilliant because people forget that thing. Because the taxes are in UK 50%. So that's a big cut. Well, another thing I want to bring. That's game number 5 I watched with, what's his name? AC Milan Starboy. And I heard Couch asking question. I was asking question even before Couch.
Leao. I can't like Leao. I like Leao. Number one, he's not even the best left winger in Serie A.
That's true.
But there is a question. Scott had to answer the phone call. Yeah, but I'm saying like there's a questions. No, you can see the office phone calls, and you know that is Scott. But what I'm saying, do you see what I'm saying? Like if anybody watched, there's a lot of questions about Leao, man.
I don't think we're going to get him anyway.
I think now we got Mudryk. It's pointless going for Leao. Like, how many left wingers are you going to spend money on?
Well, I think for me, Leao is going to end up through the center. He reminds me a lot of Marcus Rashford.
You see him getting used more as a 9?
Yeah, I think so because he got the height, so you can play balls into him. But I don't know. I think later on in his career he'll be moved to a 9.
I don't see him as I see him more like Zaha. Exactly same as Zaha.
Zaha's basically an inside forward.
Well, same thing as I think Leao is. 5 games, people. Don't judge me. I only watched him 5 games, so that's what I see.
He's got a lot of potential, but he's really rough still. And of
Mm.
course, he said he doesn't want to be in London. So
By the
He said he
way,
wants to stay in Italy.
yeah, he said and I from what I understand, you can't blame him for staying in Milan and not coming to London.
yeah.
Weather-wise, atmosphere-wise.
There's something about Italy that Italian players hesitate to move because there's a really good life in Italy. There's less. First of all, it's not only weather, the taxes, the comfortable lifestyle. There's not much Sky Sports and you know what I'm saying, like those kind of things. There is a simple life in Italy than in
To
England.
be funny, how I've been to Milan a few times. Both times it's been as bad as London.
No,
Yeah,
London
hey.
is no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like London is one of the biggest cities in Europe, but there's something about Italian players that people that went through Italy before do not want to move from Italy. There's something
Mourinho,
about that.
Mourinho
The
said
food, the
in
weather's
Italy
just so much better.
people
Food.
live
Yeah.
and breathe football, and the fans sometimes they when they love you, they treat you like differently too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the way, you know, like I can see Italian player move to Italy, to England, but into the London, not to the other cities, man. They will move to the other cities.
So that's
I don't know.
Leao out of the way, Lukaku out of the way. Who else we got?
I did
Mount's
see
gone.
this. I did see
still
someone
don't
put
think
up
he's
in
gone.
here as well. Where is it? Telegraph Sport can reveal Chelsea inquired for Bruno Guimaraes in January, likely to be back in the summer. However, the chances of him leaving this year are virtually nil. Again, just good luck.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to pull him from
So
Newcastle.
he just why put out the article then? I mean, if there's no
Slow
chance of him
news,
leaving,
There's transfer new. There's transfer break for 3 months. What else are we gonna talk about?
Why do you think
that's just
these are the links we've got? We've got Kamada with like no real source to it. We've got potentially Tammy Abraham if we choose to activate the buyback clause. And then we went in for Guimaraes. We got told no. We might go back in for the summer, but we're probably going to get told no again.
I do want to bring something up from the game because I watched this, again Chelsea's second against.
you got a lot
know
of time
what
on
I-
your hands.
Do what?
So you got a lot of time on your hands.
I'm after work with
Oh,
shoulder.
still?
Yeah. I'm gonna milk that shit.
Go on, bro. Get your bag.
But did you see I completely redid my outside viewing thing?
I did. I saw.
I saw
You
what you did. I saw what you commented. I plead the fifth. But anyway, there's I bring the deer food, you know, for the deer to come, and the freaking squirrels and all like the birds are eating it. There's a war zone gonna be happening soon at the backyard.
Another one goes
But
in
anyway,
for the food.
but what's the name? I was gonna bring up the way we played and see if you can think that the way I think. Do you think the back three changing? It's due slightly because of involves Enzo to be more freely, even in the back.
Well, yeah, because you now actually have basically a 6 in Koulibaly sitting behind him, right? So now he's able to go
That's
forward.
what I'm saying. Koulibaly is in force. If you watch game closely, how many times Koulibaly got way ahead at challenging for the ball in midfield?
He plays it different than Thiago Silva.
You see what I'm saying? Did you notice that? I was like, why is he making it? And I'm looking at Enzo's position. It doesn't mean that Enzo goes up. It means that Enzo is not the one that goes for those challenges. It means that Koulibaly goes for those challenges and Enzo drops into the empty spot for what's his name?
I have
For
to watch
Koulibaly.
this game again because
You're
that's a
right.
twist I've never seen with Tuchel. So I have to watch that.
That's the what I'm talking. That's why I like to watch the game a second time. That and what happens is if Koulibaly, by the way, he won every 50-50 aerial duels, but a couple of times he didn't when he was on the ground. So, but when we got the possession immediately, he what's his name? Enzo gets rid of the ball quick into the wings. That's when you see Chilwell running, bombing down the left. Oh, if that's what I see, I'm not saying this is basically on against this game. I'm gonna pay attention next game we play, just to see if that same thing work out.
Because keep a bigger eye on that too.
Yeah, because if it is, am I gonna slightly finally see maybe Potter start to get clicking
If
with
I get
his?
this one right, if I get this one right, Alex, yeah. So he said in the back three, turn into a back four, but the middle centre back stepping into midfield at times. Because
At times,
usually,
yes.
what we usually see is the left or right centre back becomes a right back or left back. Oh, I need to see that.
Yeah, you need to see that. And that happens with not only Koulibaly. That happens when the ball goes to Fofana's area and when it goes to Cucurella's area. You see what I'm saying?
You're right.
Three ball playing center backs.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Keep if you just even if you don't want to watch the whole game, just watch the highlights and the times that we got intercepted the ball. That's when the thing happened. I was like, oh wow, if that's the tactics, but not in yet. Not in 8 more games until
Too early.
No, for me, because I got asked a question in chat. Am I Potter in now? The answer is no. If we win every game the rest of the year, that means winning the Champions League. I'll be Potter in.
Yeah.
Other than that, ain't no way I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Hey,
if there are better options, get them. Yeah, if there are better options, go out and get them.
Absolute Chelsea report is retweeted Record Portugal that Chelsea's very happy with João Felix and will negotiate with AC Milan not AC Milan, Atletico Madrid this summer. So
yeah, I just pulled that one up
Good
as
news.
well.
Good news. Good news.
Yeah, good news. Good news. He's looked good the first few games that we've seen him. Have to see how much.
I have a question. Conversion rate is poor.
Not just
as good as everybody else on our team.
Exactly.
I have questions about
it fits right in with our front three.
There you go. Actually,
second half performance. That's where my question is.
Yeah.
He's hit games.
He's hit more wood lately than his girlfriend has.
I don't know. I wasn't holding a candle. I wasn't around. I wasn't holding a candle.
Well, I'm talking about woodwork, bro.
I know what you say.
We're not open, boss.
Back home we have saying if you're saying somebody have sex and you the guy that holds the candles for the couple.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't there holding a candle. I don't.
I've never
I
heard.
wasn't there holding a candle for them.
The candle holders.
Yeah, basically. It's like when people saying somebody cheated on somebody, is I don't know. I didn't hold the handle at the time. Candle, not handle. Candle.
Alex, Matisse was asking about you yesterday,
But ask me about what?
He said, hopefully, he was asking. No, he came on the stream yesterday. He said, where's the guy that shot off the gun?
Oh. Matthias, I'm here.
Bring up Matisse if you're watching, G.
Yeah. No, but what you said about Felix, I feel like when I was watching him, in the Champions League, sometimes he looks a bit confused. Where I don't know, he's here, but he's not here.
What do you mean?
I feel like he's almost connected with the other players. There's times where he does look. I don't know how to describe it, but when I was watching him, sometimes he's like, "Where do I stand? Where do I stand?" And he disappears. He comes back in again, but. Maybe I'm just waffling now.
They don't have chemistry, is what you're talking about.
I feel like with more time, definitely he'll come way more clinical and sharper. Right now, I think it's still too early to say anything, but you could see that all of it's just been positives with him anyway. But with all the things that we're looking for and looking to sign, there's so much money being thrown around. I don't know what we're actually going to do. I feel like it's only 2 or 3 signings this summer, and that's it. And then obviously a lot more outgoings.
I still need to fix my fence after that incident when shooting the squirrel, because I accidentally put the bug shells instead of bird shells, and I ripped part of my fence off of it with the damn thing.
Fucking hell. Squirrel exploded and your fence. Oh my
There's a
gosh.
hole in the fence like this.
Jesus.
That is mad. Send us a picture.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
I'm excited to see how we play against Leicester, though. You know,
It's gonna be a
let's see if we can
back
transform this into the league.
I think we're
Obviously,
going
the
to team
champ-
slap them.
No, because remember, Champions League is where both teams have to come out to win. So there's no just one
Hello
point
everyone,
in the
how's
Champions
it
League.
going? Hello
How you
Jester,
doing?
hello
How you doing?
Alex, hello Lewis,
Yes,
hello
yes,
everyone.
You're way too happy.
Jester, why not, mate? We woke up, we're live.
Yeah,
sun
that
is
Wait,
shining.
you
shisha thing,
support
that shisha.
Ziyech. That's
Listen,
why I'm
Jester,
asking.
listen, you
That
woke up.
shisha thing, man.
You know, yeah, the
Why
shisha
he
gets me
always
as
happy.
well.
That shisha
But at least we
works.
woke up. We woke up happy, Jester. Why not? You gotta be thankful, Jester.
By the way, what kind of international break in March when you had the World Cup 2 months ago?
Oh yeah, true. I don't know what the fuck that's about, bro.
International break at the not this
FIFA wants
weekend.
more money. Why are you asking?
Is that the qualifiers for the Euros? Is that what it is?
No, it's international friendly.
Yeah, I think Nations League is this year, isn't it? That shit.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. I hate international football, man.
So do I, bruv.
Same. My country is
So-
not even allowed to play. Fucking like.
I'm not sure, but I feel like the only international competition that should be in football is the World Cup. Oh my God.
Yeah, Habibi, BB, Rainbow.
What?
I mean, nothing wrong with that, Ziad. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I didn't hear what he said, bro.
It would answer a lot of questions. It would answer a lot of questions. Fair enough. It's all good, bro. It's only 2023. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, guys, roll through any other questions that you guys have as well.
Have you not spoken about Mount?
Not really. So if you want to add anything,
No, I just feel like listen,
oh,
man.
big up, Kaz.
180k, man. It's good money. It's good money. You should take it. But listen, 50 million. That's not enough, man. That's not enough. Get
He's got a year left on his contract.
I don't know, Lewis. Let's not do this. As much as Mount's not been in good form, if you utilize Mount properly, he can be a very good player for you. So 50 million to a rival.
He has a
Mount
year
is
left.
so
He's England. He's English. He's not England. He's English. So him being
He's
English should be 30
replaceable.
million
He's
alone.
replaceable.
The fact that he's won the Champions League, Super Club, World Cup, you know, been to finals, experienced player. Listen, 70 million or nothing. Oh, I don't mind. He can sit on our bench or rot. I don't care. But 70 million.
It depends. If we sell him to English club, we can sell him for good price. If it's not going to English club, we're not selling for good price.
Well, I mean, I thought it was going to be to an English club 50 million, which is not enough.
I think that they're.
You see. Hold on a second. This is where I'm having problem with Chelsea fans.
Go on.
If you don't rate Mount and saying he's that shit, like whatever, you call him every name in the book. Why are you asking for him to be a high value price?
Okay.
That's my question.
Can I answer that? Let me answer that. I don't think Mount is a terrible player. I just think he's too restricted, if you would like, in terms of that he only fits for us in the number 8 position. And if we're not playing that position or that formation, he doesn't fit anywhere else. And I don't think he's a shit player. We've seen he can be very good. But to send him to a rival, for example, to a Klopp, Liverpool, who are going to play the 4-3-3, are going to play the way he wants to play, they're going to get the best out of him, and he will be a very good player. That's it.
I'm
So 50
like
million is not
you
enough.
still. Same thing. I don't think he's horrible as people make it, but it's funny enough when you ask about the price to sell the player, all those people that saying that Mount is like the worst football human person on the planet, and they're like, nah.
That's Johnny.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not. I'm not
Johnny.
that
No. Johnny doesn't think that he is the horrible football player.
Talking about
No, I said you described Johnny.
I'm talking about Xavi. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about Josh. I'm talking about
What about
everybody, especially Scott. Like,
Yeah, Scott. What's wrong with you, Scott?
I'm saying, like, so how do you how come you asking for so much money for a bum player that doesn't know how to tie
I
his
think
shoes?
50 mil is fine.
No, it's not.
It's
What?
the market.
Fucking Gibbs
What
White.
the
How much
market
did
will
Gibbs White
bear.
go for?
50 million is more than fine. Like,
No, Lewis,
the
you're
Champions
but
League
I don't
is
get
like
what that statement was about. 50
The
million.
only
is
reason
fine
why
for
it's
me.
50 is because he's English.
Mate,
was
Ben
thinking-
White went for
He's
50
average.
million.
Like he's not terrible. He's average as hell. I just put some extra
No.
superlatives
I
on.
think
If
a
his
player
name was
like
Mason
I'm
Moutinho,
staying
he'd
on
be
my
30
shit.
mil.
I don't like
No,
him
what?
as
I'm joining them, Lewis. You've officially got an agenda. I'm joining them.
this whole Mount situation is become too much. It's become toxic. It has completely split the fan base in half.
Well, get
Like
him
I
out.
feel like the best thing for Chelsea and Mason Mount is for him to leave.
That's not true, man.
Okay.
I'm telling you, if we could get an English club, we could get more.
We can
Super
get an English
Tamatuko.
club.
This is really good comment. Alex, do you understand that Rice 150? They actually think Rice is good player. Chelsea doesn't think he's a good player. That's the difference.
And also, Rice had 3 years on his deal when it was 150 million or 4. Like,
And that's
Mount
a-
has
problem.
1
that's a
year
scare
on his
price. They're
contract,
not-
which is what I keep saying, which is why it's going to be
Of
low.
course, it's scare price, but I'm saying like, be same like a little bit. How you say it? Be more true to your words. You see?
Hell no.
You can-
That's
we-
like
we-
going
we-
from.
You can
that's,
keep
that's
McTominay. You can keep
regressing right
McTominay,
there.
but
The
we'll
fuck
give
outta
you
here.
Mount. We'll give you Mount.
McTominay.
Manchester Minerals Mount, bro. You can
I'm
have
not saying I'm not. I don't think Mount is a horrible player. I don't think he's like a Johnny good player. I think he's a decent player that is have a bad spell. But
It's not bad still.
I
It's
wouldn't
not
be a
bad.
problem if he's going for sell. I don't have no problem him going for sell.
Yeah, same.
Not a problem.
We're not
I
gonna
don't
miss
think he's
something.
having a bad skill. I just don't think he's good enough.
I'm
other than
just
being-
saying that we can squad by selling Mount and don't know who we're getting.
You just
That's
start a
my
bidding
only
war.
problem.
You can start it at 50. You start a bidding war between United and Liverpool and let them bid against each other until you get the
You-
number you want. This is
By the way,
it's
I
not
know
that
Kaz is
difficult.
trolling, but the work rate of Mount and Lenin's squad, it will be
And,
he will
and
do
what's
best for
what?
United.
We ain't getting Tammy either, bro. That's not gonna happen. We're not gonna go back in for Tammy.
No. All right,
By
gentlemen,
the
I'm gonna
way, I
bounce.
call Ten Hag is
Big up Justice, my guy. Take care, bro.
I'm
Have a
calling
good
Ten Hag is Lenin. If you know who Lenin is, Google it.
Lenin.
Looks just like him.
Oh, yeah, I kind of see it. Kind of see it.
Yep.
Oh, Kaz likes Space Samal. Well, you'll like him a lot more, my friend, because you guys are linked with him.
Please take him.
I'm like I said, I don't think Mount is a bad player. Chelsea fans make it, but I don't have problem with him being sold because
So
I don't
I'd be
think
more patient if he re-signed, but like he's not re-signing. So it's like, well, what am I
yeah,
waiting?
it's not on us. It's not on
I
us.
think, yeah, I think the positive is that if we're selling a player for 50 million who does not fit our
Yes,
team,
Fraser.
that's a
Good
very
It's
good
also profit. It's also somebody pointed out it would be a profit because he's an academy product. So if we get 50 million plus for him, it's a good deal.
Pure profit.
Like-
pure profit.
What do you call it? If Graham Potter, right? Let's say this is the foundation of like this. Let's say this is the turning point for Graham Potter, the back three. Where do we see Mason Mount? How does he fit into the team? I don't think he makes us any better.
No,
He might as well just leave.
if we're playing a back four, he doesn't
It
fit because we don't
depends.
we
It
don't
depends.
fit.
People
fit
need
it.
to forget that starting 11 versus bench. Like I hate when people saying like, "Where's he gonna play?" There's more than just first 11 on the
But
team.
even on the bench, we have better players.
On the bench, he doesn't come off the
You
bench
see-
for majority of the players.
Because
me-
you're
tell me
looking
more,
at it from the perspective of we winning the game.
No, anyway, no matter what you do.
No, from we have to win the game. We've been losing games so many times that only thing you look at for the creative players on the bench is the creative players. You don't look at the hard work rate players. You don't look at physicality players. You don't look at that because we've been losing for so long that what we look for it's the players that can score.
No, that's not true because I feel like Gallagher was a good sub for Felix that in the Champions League because Felix wasn't defending and we needed somebody who can get back and track pass and close.
Alex,
Even though I didn't like it, but I understood tactically why that was a necessary sub. You know what I mean?
if you want Mount to do the things you want him to do in terms of running, being physical, energetic, we got Conor Gallagher for that. We don't need to
Exactly.
sit 60 million on the bench.
I understand that, but I don't put Conor Gallagher as the as the same as Mount yet. I said that he could reach actually. He can actually reach potential better than Mount because I think he has the vision of the past before, not like Mount does. He cannot execute it yet. He's young.
He's also a better tackler overall.
Oh, don't.
He
Like
is.
that guy is the yellow card. Like that guy's walk
very
off yellow
reckless.
card on his forehead.
Have you seen Mason Mount get yellow cards lately?
Gallagher
Mason
reminds
Mount
me of when
but
you
it's
like take a
different.
dog to the park and you
Mason-
just let him loose.
Mason Mount getting yellow card, it's recently. He's not always been like that, so don't tell me that. Gallagher, first foot on the field, you can see him as a yellow card merchant. Like, do you know how you can? Do you know if you will put like a how you say percentage on the players who can get the red card or yellow card, like Tottenham player yesterday? You know that player will always get yellow card in the
Romero.
game. Yeah, the same person for Manchester City that went to the Benfica. There's the players that you always knew will get the yellow card.
Otamendi.
That's what his name. That's Gallagher.
Yeah,
That's
he don't know how to
Gallagher
slow
every
down his
time.
speed and angle his press. Like he just rushes in.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying, like,
Gallagher, he must
I'm
love
all
this.
look. I don't have problem if we're selling him. Not a yet. I'm saying if we're selling him, I don't want. That's the player that we need to replace, and I just don't know who replace him with to be actually comparing. That's all I'm asking. If
So
he
hopefully-
needs to go,
You've been calling him Blonde Mount for how long? And now
Hopefully, Alex, our board,
Yeah.
the directors, we got to do their job. You know what I mean, like our technical directors, identify a replacement and get a suitable one. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't be having time to watching these leagues anymore. So hopefully,
yeah, I'm not. I don't.
hopefully they come in and identify.
Exactly. I trust Pavel. If we don't sign, if we let Mount go, I'm completely okay with it. If we resign it, I'm
We'll be
completely
fine.
okay with it. Exactly. Look, we lost Ramirez. We lost Oscar. We lost Mata. We lost Mikel, Lampard. We lost bigger, better players before. We'll be fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we'll move on.
I think
I think a lot of the stuff with Mount though is like sentimental. Like when people want to keep him. Like I can't lie, I'm on the other extreme because of his. Like I'll be admitted, his fans overhype him, so I'm on the opposite end of the stream. Like
That's what I was.
logically
fans.
speaking, I know he's average. Like he's not terrible, but I'll admit it. As fans, I really don't like them, and I really feel like they're overhyped.
I'm
So
gonna
it
be
creates.
honest. I'm gonna be honest, Javi, with the way I've seen like going to games and you see how fans react to Mount and when he drives off the games and the way they react, I never thought I would see the day of him leaving the club. Honestly, like not anytime soon. Anyway, not anytime soon. He's literally.
How many times? I agree. I don't think he's leaving. I think it at the end of the week he'll sign. But how many times I've been banning on that thing that actually that's Chelsea fans that split that put too much pressure on Mount when he didn't deserve that much pressure. He was 19 or 20 years old, and we made him like, oh my god, the guy him said that he was on the same level as Messi when Messi was that age. The guy
That's 'cause he
called him
came from
that.
academy.
You see what I'm saying? He won the champion. It's all about the fans.
Yeah.
And the reason why Xavi is like this, it's because the other fans over exaggerated, and you look at him through the microscope. You just wait for him to mess it up.
think is like the second coming of Lampard. I can't-
Exactly. And he's never was.
Yeah, but you gotta
He's
blame kids
never
for that as
was.
well. You gotta blame kids for that.
Like, and all of a sudden now we have to put like Enzo. How old is Enzo?
21.
21.
And now we're gonna do the same thing on Mudryk, on Enzo. You're gonna put that much weight on it?
It's part of football. I get that, but it's powerful. It happens.
You know what's
every
crazy?
club.
I
It's
don't-
not part of football. That's the problem with football nowadays. That the people think that you already a developed player by the age of 20. Which
No, that I
you're
agree
not.
with. That I agree with. It is the problem, but it is part of football.
You know what's crazy? It's like I've been so Potter out. I didn't want to give it to him, but the way he's like handling Cucurella, I feel like he's kind of doing the same with Modric. Like he's protecting him because he's gonna get on the pitch and he's gonna mess up, and the pressure is just gonna be so much on him and on.
Could be.
And on him.
Could be.
Yeah, you feel me? Like
Cucurella.
Cucurella's the same way. Like I feel like so much stuff personally, the fans booing him. He's like, yeah, you know what? Sit down and then take some time out and come back. I hate giving it to Potter, but I don't know. Maybe it is him. Like, you feel me? I just been so like he's been kind of so disappointed. It's kind of like to see that he may be doing some good things behind, because like I said, like at the end of the game when we played Dortmund, you could see like a lot of the players were genuinely happy for him. Like it wasn't fake. Like, you know what I mean? After a big win. So I thought
I agree with you with how much they get paid. It's almost like they get paid millions to handle that pressure. I understand that point of view, and at the same time, I challenge that point of view. That doesn't have nothing to do with the pressure.
Money and human psychology.
Humans.
It doesn't have anything to do with age as well.
No matter how much money do you have, people commit suicide when they're rich, when they're poor, and when they're whatever.
Like there's just some people who can't are not built some pressures and stuff.
But Alex, I think in terms of the money, I agreed. Like money doesn't solve if someone's getting abused.
Yes,
if
someone
was getting abused, then money's nothing got to do with it. But having that level of pressure at your job is normal, man. People have pressure in their normal jobs, let alone playing in the Premier League and for Chelsea. You just got to know how to deal with it.
Hold on a second. That's why I think people should not put that much weight on the Chelsea season, because none of the Premier League teams, that young teams, can sustain that kind of quality of playing time. Manchester City, they have a young team players that slowly walk into the game, and they have older players that play more often. But what we do, and like, oh my God, how come Mahrez is on the bench? Remember when he first came? What about Sane? What about Foden?
Even Rodri in some sense.
You see what I'm saying?
That's with Foden. That's Pep though. Pep managed him very well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Foden is also a better environment, winning environment.
And I don't think the pressure at City is as much as it is at Chelsea.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
In terms of
especially with Pep. I don't think they have the same weight with the fans. With all 13 fans of them, I don't think we have problem with fans. I think the only pressure they have, it's Pep, because that block is same as Thomas Tuchel. He yells at you no matter when and what.
I don't think the players.
He's like he's like an OCD person. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
If the slightest pass is off by an inch, he's gonna send you a trap. Like, you feel me? His standards are high. But I think at the top, that's the thing. It's like, I feel like what type of club Chelsea is. Like, you got to have a certain mentality, or if you got to be able to be coachable. Like, Enzo, I feel like Enzo's personality, I feel he has it to make it at Chelsea.
James is good example. Yeah. James is good example of the young player with good how you say it, mental. You know why? Because his dad was professional football player.
Yeah.
He told them, and he wasn't did you he wasn't pressure like, oh, James must be a number one for Chelsea. Have you ever heard James' father saying when he came back from Wigan, he must be a number one pick for Chelsea to play? No. Never.
Nope.
Yeah, I think
he justified it whenever he played.
Exactly.
He understands.
Guess whose daddy was complaining on the social media saying that, oh, he must gets his value.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying, man. Like a human.
Yeah, Daddy Mount.
Yeah, Mount's father.
Oh, Mount?
Tony.
Yeah.
I think he's his agent, isn't he?
Yeah, also. Yeah, his father is his agent, yeah. Pulisic, another example exactly. You see what I'm saying? Has the time to write the book. Don't have a time to strengthen his ankles.
Fucking hell. Right, Rigo Park says something missing in our last two wins. Mount. And yeah, I agree. And MJ says 250k for Reese, but you all complain about Mount asking for more than 100k. Come on, guys. Let's.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Mount.
That's a Mount. On the Mount.
Reese contributes more for the team. Let's not do that.
I haven't been able to speak about this just because I've been working. But I have no problem with him for us offering him 180k. But like he should, like, in the current form, just accept that, fam. Like, but you're not getting more than that right now.
Yeah, but
You're not in good form.
And it's weird.
Like,
normally people, when they're supposed to get good contracts, they start playing better.
But I don't think when you go into
You play excellently. I hear you.
No, but I don't think when you go to negotiate a contract, it's more about what you've done in previous
no,
times.
it's not. No, it's not.
No?
Like,
More
not for
current
everyone.
form,
For some people it is, and that's unfortunately how it is. But some people it isn't. Also, the 250k for Reece was when he was in conversations for best right back in the world. Mount has never been in those conversations for his position.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you as a question. Do you guys think Mason Mount has born to his own hype? Like, is he getting too big for his boots? Like, do you guys think?
I think it's going to his head, honestly.
Yeah.
But the thing
he
is,
feels offended that he's not getting as much as Reece James. When Reece James is out the pitch, we get worse. When Mount is off the pitch, we play better.
Yeah, but
that's why Reece gets 250k, and that's why Mount is struggling to even be offered 200. He shouldn't even be getting 180k.
Like,
Scott
said it.
He should be getting 150 max.
The guy hasn't been a good player for like a good year now. Like, I don't understand this whole fuss about with him. Like,
Reece James has been one of the best right backs in the world for like a good, like 2 seasons something, and he's gonna be in our team, and he fits in our team no matter what. Mason Mount does not fit in our current team. Simple as that. So why are we gonna pay someone 250k who doesn't fit in our team? I don't get it.
Exactly. And big up Goem saying all super chats going to Mineral Stella Fund after my idol Mason Mount leaves. He's probably stocking up for the summer anyway.
You know what I realized?
Rice is him, Mount is Dave.
Is that why Mineral's going after the ownership? I feel like that's why he's saying, he keeps going on, why you're not Roman, you will never sit in the same seat as Roman. Maybe that's why, bro.
Mount's gonna let his contract run down. He's gonna get. They're not gonna allow that to happen.
Maybe Johnny is the brown envelope from Mason Mount.
He was getting that Jacob Steinberg for the quotes he was putting out today. But when he was talking about how Mount should re-sign a month or 2 ago, he was quote tweeting it. Now he's a brown envelope. But what do I know? What do I know?
When it doesn't agree with his points, that's what.
No, it's anyone's points when it's against Mount, but
I wonder what he's gonna do if Mount
actually
leaves.
critical of Potter because I feel like he's dropped Mount. 100%.
Maybe. I don't know, but I think he needs to get used to the fact that Mount will not be a Chelsea player next season because he will not. And I couldn't care less. Just don't offer him anything stupid anymore because I swear down.
You think you'll follow?
It's fine, man. Just take it.
I hope they keep sentiment out of it. That's the thing.
I think that contract in itself was about sentiment because I wouldn't offer him 180k a week.
Yeah, plus it doesn't really make, especially if we sign Felix and we're looking at that Kamada guy from Frankfurt. I mean, there's no space in this team for Mount.
Kamada already signed for Dortmund, didn't he?
No.
Yeah, I think it's a pre-agreement or some shit. Like,
yeah.
Even then, our links with him aren't concrete. They're not concrete.
But Felix, our links with, apparently, did you see today? Apparently, the reports from Portugal that we're very happy with him and we will sign him.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah.
I don't know. I do feel like Champions League has a part to play in it. Like if we qualify,
it doesn't matter if we're signing Felix, the Donny from Frankfurt. It doesn't matter. He does not fit in any formation we are playing right now. He doesn't fit.
I'm talking about Mount now. I'm talking about Felix.
I'm talking about Mount. He doesn't fit.
I'm talking about Felix. Sorry. I'm talking about Felix.
No, Felix.
Like him re-signing.
Rodrigo's talking about if we sign Felix, Mount won't fit or anything. Right now, whether we sign Felix or not, he does not fit. He is not good enough to pay the 10.
We need to sell Ziyech too.
Anyway.
Yeah, Ziyech will be gone in the summer. Just we need to find a club.
He's going to get offered that 200k a week.
You must be out of your mind, bro.
Don't worry, bro. I'm the round overlook. Watch.
Yeah, but that's only going to be because you're delivering fake news, bro. Not because it's anything legit. And President Jafar says Mount Sturridge 2.0 cooks at Liverpool. Maybe he does, but I don't really care. I don't care.
Yeah, I really do. I just need this guy out, bro. I'm not.
I really don't care about Mount. I'm actually tired of this whole bullshit, man.
And like I hate our fan
says
base.
how many times have we played better without Mount this year? The 2 games that we've won this year without Mason Mount. So
I'm not gonna lie, Lewis. as much as I don't like Mount, we still played shit without him in the squad. Like when we look, was
We
he
played
on?
better.
Was he
Even
on
if you
against
like the bar's not really going much higher, we played
Southampton?
better. Southampton. Mount was in the team.
He played.
He was left wing. Exactly. He played.
Oh
exactly.
shit!
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, you don't remember all the
You
dead
didn't notice.
corners?
Oh
You
yeah,
didn't
he
notice.
played and then Potter stuck him as
You
9.
didn't notice.
You don't remember all the dead
Thank you,
corners?
Xavi. Thank you.
That was painful to watch. Him just being like playing that striker
Yeah,
almost.
You see what I'm saying? But Xavi was critiquing. He said he played like shit. Blah blah blah. But he didn't even remember he played. I'm
No.
just trolling
I
with
said
Xavi.
I said to Lewis, to be honest, we still played like shit without him. So as much as I don't like him,
Yeah.
but then Lewis was like, "Oh, he actually played." So I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I was defending him for once, but then I didn't even remember.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's. I don't know.
Like I'm happy he's out, so we like, especially we stopped talking about him too. Like I was just focused on Chelsea, and now my main focus was Potter, like his coaching style. Like he dropped the players we dropped, still not seeing no improvements. It's in-game subs, like you know what I mean.
saw a slide, but I want to see if that's the pattern. I want to see that something I saw. If it's the same, if it's the tactical adjustment or it's just one-time thing. I just want to see that next game. By the way, who are we playing?
Leicester.
Leicester.
Oh yeah, Leicester away.
Good opportunity to get 3
It's
points.
away, right? It's away.
Yeah, away.
Tricky
Leicester,
to me.
Leicester.
Fucking hell, bro.
It's tricky because the former end to me. I don't know why.
Ben Chilwell revenge game.
I keep forgetting his name. Who's Leicester goalkeeper? He's had plenty of memes this year.
Ward.
Danny Ward.
Listen, guys, if we don't score a goal against Ward, I might be Potter out.
Alright, we didn't score against
You're
Fraser
not Potter
Forster,
already.
like,
Yeah, but Spurs is like kind of better than Leicester.
their goalkeeper debatably isn't. Debatably.
I want to see if, like, you know how people have momentum shifts. I want to see if that Dortmund game leads into anything. That's what I want to see.
That's why I'm looking forward to it. But
Because if we then beat Leicester and then we then beat who we play, Everton, which we could be beaten, but with the state that we're in, I can be, oh, okay, cool. And then we beat Aston Villa. Okay, cool. Because I do expect us to maybe drop, maybe how Liverpool are. We do play them well. A draw or that can be a loss, but we could also win. So, but then we play Brighton and then Man U at their place. It's not looking good, bruv.
yeah, we'll have to see. But
Sounds like I've missed a lot.
I don't think there's anything else out there.
No, Scott, you just missed Mount. Oh, wait.
Of course. Surprise. Also, to that super chat, by the way, that talks about, or the comment that talks about like agenda merchant and we play better without Mount. Most, like damn near every one of our best performances this season have come without Mount in the team.
Remember the Salzburg performance away? Who wasn't playing?
Like the only games I can think of where we've performed like well when Mount was in the team was Villa and Wolves off the top of my head, or the Milan games. Those 4 games. Most of our good performances this season, or the performances where we've looked our most fluid and looked at our best, Mount was either on the bench or not in the squad entirely.
Exactly, and that's again another reason why I don't really care if he stays or if he goes.
There's a reason, there's a reason why I say he was a problem for this team, because when he played, he made us worse. It was less fluid. It didn't look as good. And now there's a genuine argument to be made of that we always had that argument, and Lewis didn't want to admit of Havertz or Mount. And I know it's kind of a mid argument, but it's Havertz over Mount every day, all day.
Yeah, I mean, right now it is. I agree with that. Jacob said Q&A. Run any questions you guys have.
Yeah, innit? Bro, ask them questions, fam. I've been on a fucking go for an hour.
Yeah, if you guys have anything you guys want to ask us, go for it.
Lewis, what's your take on Havertz shows up in big games, right? I'm not gonna lie, as shit as he's been, I genuinely think he could offer something.
Get rid of him.
It's about consistency.
If he's not 9, he's not playing us out 9.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Potter really likes him as a player. I think he's trying to build his bond with Kai Havertz. He's
Oh,
trying to give him
God.
confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it may not be a bad thing because usually coaches can like turn players into monsters. Usually they can like completely revolutionize their careers, like what Thomas Tuchel did
But
with
even
Rudiger.
then, I don't think he's going to be in our plans next season. Like, we got Nkunku, potentially Felix, potentially another 10 coming in. You're going to have Mudryk
striker.
and potentially Sterling competing on the left, Madueke and potentially Sterling competing on the right. We're looking for a number 9 in the summer. Just don't think he's going to be in our long-term plans anyway. But he's good off the bench. He's good off the bench.
Like
That's the thing. I say that's the thing you can say about Havertz is like most of the time when he comes off the bench, he does make an impact. Like he is a good sub option. Like that's more than you can say about some of our players. Like even when they're on the bench, it's like when they come off the bench, I don't expect them to affect the game, and that's like I can't say that about Havertz because more often than not he does.
But even if it's like when he's not playing at 9, like if you look at the past 2 games, I know it's weaker opposition. He actually does create. Like I think against Southampton, he was the one that was creating those chances with those 2 chances for Sterling. Leeds that chance for when he drifts off. But it's like when you play him as an out and out 9 and expect him to do like stuff like a 9, he just looks lost, bro.
Even as a 10, it's like I think you might get the odd moment or 2 from him, but in a full 90, it's like I still need to see it a little bit more because sometimes the awareness isn't good. Sometimes he struggles when he doesn't really have a lot of space to deal with. Sometimes just straight up the wrong decision or he loses the ball. Like I've seen a lot of bad games from him, but that was a great game on Tuesday. I just need to see more of that.
It's like why can't he replicate that? Like you know what I mean?
Because to me, I think his problem is motivation. He could wake up for a key match that everyone needs someone to turn up for, but when it's just your standard league game, nah.
So how do you motivate? That's the problem. I think
that's the problem. He is his own worst enemy.
Players,
his own worst enemy. That's the thing. So like he's got to be able to get that out of himself. That's why I'm onto him so much because his problem is him.
In his head.
Yep. His problem is himself.
That's the problem.
I agree with that. Like when, go on, let's go.
I would say that's the problem with most of these players. Like even the players who I don't necessarily rate massively, like some of them, they could improve and they could show a lot more than they are showing. It's on them. Like, and it's not just like the obvious like Mount and Havertz. There's other players where it's like, if you're not showing something, that's on you. It's not because like for someone like a Gallagher, right? He's someone I think's on the other end of the scale where I think like he actually does show like he's working hard. I just think he's technically limited. It's like he could improve that, yes, but I think that like that comes down to then coaching, and I don't think that's on him. Whereas like a Mount or a Havertz or even like at times Pulisic or Ziyech or whatever, some of these guys I think they are their own worst enemy because they can perform to a much higher level than they show most of the time, and it's on them the reason why we're not in terms of like motivation or being in the right headspace and stuff like that. Like.
I think again, you on the phone call when I was talking about the development of the player. I think the reason why I keep saying like it's the age of development of the players, because Mount is already 24. We screw him up over from the beginning. He's not the player that could be developed. How you say it? He can train himself to specific things to do what he like. How you said, but IQ of the game you cannot train at specific times of the age. You're supposed to, like, if you're 8, you have to be having that how you say that peripheral vision of the field pass. You see what I'm saying? You can't train that. You have to have that from the young age. You have to look at the field like from the sky view to be that kind of creative player, the way he wants to be as an 8. And as much as people saying Lampard is one of them, he only glimpsed once and he found Ramirez running. Nobody else did. I did not see that pass, that run any. Only time I saw it, it's after replay when he gave it to that and Ramirez scored against Barcelona. I did not see it from original thing. You see what I'm saying? There's a plenty of things that Mason Mount does not have because of the age where he is. And Gallagher is more has more that pass than Mason Mount did. And
That's
I
fair.
think
What,
that
the thing with Mount, though, what I mean by what I said earlier is like, even with Mount, how limited he is in some areas, because I agree with you, he can still show more than he is doing now because he showed it 2 years ago. And even
exactly.
last year to a certain extent, and that's my problem is a lot of what we're seeing now, I don't put that on Potter. I put a little bit on Potter because at the end of the day, he does have to coach the team. But like,
Yeah.
Mount could do so much more than he's doing now just by doing like the basics right. Just by doing the basics right in their game, not trying stupid hero balls all the time, not getting angry and trying to get in fights with players and picking up stupid yellow cards. Just by doing the basics, he could be so much better and be having a better effect on the game. And the fact that he's not, I put that majority of that down to him. Some of it is on Potter as well, obviously, because he's the coach and he has to get the best out of these players. But like, when he's managing to find like Havertz, for example, he's doing all he can to try and find the best for Havertz. And it's like we are starting to see a little bit that that's kind of coming good. Then I have to look at Mount and go like, you could do this as well. Same with other players. Like saying like this might be how it happens with Mudryk. Like I like the fact he's keeping him out of the limelight. Maybe when he comes back, we start to see a bit more of what we expected. Same with Madueke. But no, it's like it comes to a point with Mount where it's like, cool, like we're giving you all the opportunities. Like now you just have to perform. It's not on the manager. It's not on the other players. Like it's on you. You have to be in the right headspace and you have to put your head down and just do the basics right and go from there. Like, because at the end of the day, if he doesn't, we're just going to be in a situation where come the summer, and I think it's going to come to this, where come the summer, because we're already in this position, he's replaceable. He doesn't affect the game. He's not improving our team, and he's going to go. And most people will be happy about that.
They're saying Reece didn't train today.
Yeah, no pictures of Reece James in training.
Nah, but that Bellingham tackle was kind of crazy. He looked fine after me, but was it adrenaline?
Yeah, that was that
Maybe.
red card. That should be a red card if you look at it the way he tackled him.
Need to rewatch it. Was it that bad?
Yeah,
it was over the ball. It was like
I
think the only reason it wasn't red is because he didn't catch him with his studs.
Brother gets no
he did
luck.
catch him with the studs.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought he scissored his leg. I thought he caught his leg, like his shin in between his two legs.
No. He did cut him. He did cut him with the studs.
Bellingham's a fucking rat, you know. I don't know why Zachariah didn't grab him and fucking dash him to the floor. He's like a piece of shit, bro.
Come on.
No,
I like it. I like it.
No, I don't like
that was
it.
the
I don't
one
like
thing about Bellingham. That nastiness, that means that he's
yeah, and it's one day that's gonna
Yeah,
get
but Alex, do you think it was necessary? It
No,
wasn't
I
like
don't think. No.
on the pitch. No way.
Look, that's a frustration, man. Do you think like you can control your emotions every second of it? Just
If
think
I'm
of it.
losing,
Look, that's the end of the game. Do you know how you know the pro or no pro? Your lack of oxygen in the brain at this game, at this moment of the game, is already make your mind blurry. You do not think straight. Oxygen is the one that gives your mind clearly.
That's why
And if
there's
you're
always
mad-
scraps at the end of the games and stuff.
It's always scraps at the end of the games, man. Why people?
I've noticed that the
emotions
last
are high. Like I just lost in the Champions League round of
That's
16. I don't like losing.
It's always about the freaking altered mental status, man. What happens? Not proper things happens to your brain. The brain is the one that makes you do stupid stuff. Sometimes it's reaction. It doesn't go your way. Mount even gets a yellow card because he doesn't get his way. Like for example, like if I'm bringing to Mount from this situation, when you know the things don't go your way, you know that your quality of you as a player is not being going your way for the past a year and a half. You become frustrated. You start to do stupid stuff that you didn't even think doing. You see what I'm saying?
And then he's like chasing the ball, they're passing
And
it
he's
around.
just
and he's
chasing
getting
the ball and just,
frustrated.
like, you know what I'm saying? He get dispossessed. He takes it personally. He thinks like, oh my God, how can, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what he
please.
needs to like stop doing as he gets older. Like that's the thing that you hope as he gets older he stops doing.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He would stop doing it if Zachariah went up to him and dashed him to the floor and showed him he's the fucking boss, bro. Don't come up to this pitch and start like you're in fucking Birmingham. Fan. This is not.
I
this is not
actually think Bellingham was actually proved me that he can be that player that can reach potential. He can be. with that mentality, that kind of thing, like how you say it. What's the word that I love? That
Grit.
competitiveness. There's no competitiveness in the young kids anymore.
And what I will say is like
I get paid $400K a week no matter if I lose or win. No,
you guys should
baby.
see his post-match review. He actually did calm down, and like when he was talking about the game, he actually blamed himself and his team for the loss. Like, of course,
Guess
after the
what?
game,
He breathed more often when he stands still.
and then he was like, "Yeah, we didn't do enough. Our possession wasn't dangerous. Like they're gonna score. We sat back. Like, you know what I mean?"
To be fair, we outplayed them in the first time we played them too. They just got lucky goal. Well, not lucky, but
No, I was to say
scored the goal.
their goalkeeper had a man of the match performance as well.
Yeah. Like how many times we hit the post? First game and the second game. We literally have like initials on every freaking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you will get Chelsea, how many times we hit the post around the season? I don't think there will be inch where our ball being touched.
Look at this comment. Look at this comment. But also, what even is that comment name, bro?
I actually think Bellingham should be playing higher up the field than. Actually, I think he can play everywhere on the field, but the DM.
But Alex, you see how your point goes to like how we did that with Mount. These guys need to stop doing that with Bellingham and let him develop. Like they're making. Obviously, he can grow into potential, but they gotta just let the kid develop, man. Don't like ruin
exactly.
People are putting him in conversation. People are putting him in conversations and giving him like monikers he doesn't deserve at the moment.
Look at this comment. Okay, all right. Can you bring his comment? Alex can defend Jude. He was doing too much. What kids do when the things don't go their way? I have 3+1. So when it doesn't go their way, they lay on the stomach and they kick in and do this shit. Especially my little one. What they do? They can control it. They want to do something, but they can't. So what's gonna happen? They become so mad. They scream for no reason. They like doing this. Bellingham is 19. Bellingham is 19 years old. Okay, all right. I don't know your name, but okay, all right. He's 19. What kind of mentality do you expect from the kid when he's losing?
You know how to fix that, Alex. I'll tell you how you fix it. You get someone like Zakaria, who's a fucking big guy, you should slap him into next week to make sure he wakes up and realizes he can't come here and start kicking our players, pushing Cucurella, fighting Chilwell, grabbing him off the floor when Chilwell's hurt. Brother, you dumb, bruv. Who do you think you are?
I get the emotional aspect about Bellingham. Yes, it's expected. It's part of like how humans react. But at the same time, in that moment, I also expect you to be a professional. Like that was reckless.
How many times did James did stupid thing?
Yeah, but he didn't try to end someone's career.
Oh my God!
Alex,
you think that Bellingham actually intentionally wanted to end James' career?
And they're boys. They're friends. They're like good friends.
They're friends, exactly.
No, yeah, I don't give a shit if that. Is he not friends with Chilwell? Chilwell's on the floor hurting.
Yes.
Yeah, he's grabbing him from the floor, bro.
Not as he's like
that's the thing that people don't understand. That's why I actually like that this boy got upset so much at his friends that they outplayed him that he couldn't get to like. It's the team sport, an individual person. In boxing, you can take control of it by yourself. In the team sport, you can't. There's more than one person has to take control to do it. Come on,
Alex,
kids.
Alex, I saw that challenge he done on Reece James in 15K. That was a terrible challenge.
You're not gonna tell me that.
Easily
you're not gonna tell me that he did it on purpose. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't be surprised.
100%. I don't think he did it on purpose.
Go into a tackle like that with no intention. You don't go into a tackle like that with no intention. His studs were showing. Like as much as there is adrenaline or not, you do not go into a challenge like that.
You need to relook that. You need to rewatch that thing again. And that if you think that he did it on purpose,
I saw it in real life. So maybe I need to watch it again.
He did not.
I don't know. Well, from where I saw it, it looked like, bro, I don't know. Someone needs to headbutt me.
Of course, I will be blaming. Do you like people think that I'm not blaming thing? I'm just telling you the reasons why the kid reacts the way he reacts. I'm not saying he did the right thing. Do you think am I talking to kids over here? I'm not defending him. I'm trying to make you understand point of the kid, why he did it.
Yeah, what we're trying to say is that someone should have slapped him. And
Yeah, I don't say I'm not defending the guy. I'm just trying to give you explanation why.
Yeah. No, what?
He's 19.
Scottish just laughing.
Damn, bro. Because that's.
Seriously.
I just don't think that this conversation is that deep, to be completely honest with you.
Exactly, like I will take Bellingham if
Yo, Scott,
anything.
you
That
know,
game,
I don't want Bellingham, by the way. Like on a side note,
No, I'm
not
good.
actually. No, that's a wrong phrase. I don't think he works with what we've got at the moment. He's not worth paying 100 mil for what we've got at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I won't. Oh yeah, not 100 mil, not for 100 mil. But I wouldn't be like if you for a right price. I wouldn't be mad if he joins.
yeah. By the way, nobody worth in my book 100 mil. There's no player. There's no player.
No. Well, yeah, on the Bellingham thing, the other thing is he just doesn't fit. Not unless we're going like a 3-man midfield, he just doesn't really fit.
I think he's actually more creative than people think he is.
Scott, well, for playing a double pivot, right? And then
He doesn't fit.
we put Enzo more in the role like he did for Argentina. Because if Argentina,
No. Sorry, are we saying a Bellingham Enzo midfield? That's a recipe for chaos.
I wouldn't say
You need a
that,
DM
but
in there.
I wouldn't say they will be sustainable for the whole season.
That's a horrible midfield.
No, I wouldn't say it's a horrible, but I don't think it's sustainable for the whole season. You can get away with games with that midfield, but it's not. I'm not saying it's complete disaster, because Bellingham is defensively aware too. He played for the as a second midfielder for the Bruce.
Bro,
He's not defensively aware.
That hyperbole is out of hand. You telling me Enzo and Bellingham is a horrible.
Yes, it's a horrible midfield.
No, dude, you can't use words like horrible when you're talking about two talents like that. Come on, man. Like
horrible midfield because they don't complement each other at all.
They don't have to complement each other when you're that talented.
I mean,
Sometimes
that's
bullshit.
Sometimes
That's bullshit, you know it.
Sometimes talent just fucking shines through.
How's that
It
working
happens.
for PSG?
Yeah, PSG. I was about to say that. Yeah, you'd have Neymar, Mbappe, Messi.
They've
They're
got the
talented.
best front three, arguably, in the world, and guess what? It's not working because they don't complement each other. Because none of
I
them
don't
press.
understand. You see,
It doesn't work.
I don't
There's
know
no balance.
how PSG goes with when you talk about attacking 3 to 2 midfielders.
There's no balance.
same
If there's
thing.
no balance, it doesn't work.
Concept.
Someone else has
You
talked
see-
about it.
Bruh, they don't have to play in the midfield by themselves.
Why did
It
it never
doesn't have to
work?
be 2.
Why did it never work with Lampard, Scholes, and Gerrard? Because they didn't complement each other. It doesn't just
It does
work.
not
They're two
have to
great
be
midfielders.
2. You saying
of
Enzo
all,
and
that is
Bellingham can't work in the midfield together? That's bullshit.
Scott, I think you pushing too much with what's his name? You're pushing too much with why Lampard, what's his name, and other two midfielders. First of all, when Scholes was at the age to play with Lampard, he's already had how you say it, too old for that midfield.
He's like 44.
He's slightly getting older for that midfield.
Jesus Christ.
That's
I
Going
just,
on
this
one
idea,
side and
I just find it funny that people say this idea that two great talents just work. No, they don't.
No,
If
no,
they've got
no,
no
that's
balance,
not-
You said, hold on, let me correct you.
Last point, then I need to wrap up because I got.
You said Bellingham and Enzo cannot work in the midfield together. That
yes, as a
sounds
double pivot.
retarded.
Considering
not
that,
what- You didn't say as a double pivot. You said they couldn't work in the midfield together.
Jimmy, considering the point before that was Ziad talking about a double pivot, my immediate thought was he's going to mention Enzo and Jude playing together in the double pivot. That's horrible. That does not work. There's no balance.
I didn't hear no double pivot. I heard you say Bellingham and Enzo is a horrible midfield.
The only way those two work in the midfield together is if you've got behind them someone like a Fabinho or a Rodri. That's the only way that works. And even then, I don't like it
To
particularly.
be fair, Jimmy, I was talking about double pivot.
To correct myself about the freaking England and the players that we had the generation. Every time England national team had the really good players, they had shit midfielders. So please don't tell me how Lampard, Gerrard, and Scholes could not play based on who was the manager at the time. because those managers are exactly shit. Same way that the midfield was right now, and you have Southgate as a manager.
And they look like shit.
Right, we got to wrap
Why
up.
did they
Big up
pick
Sean.
such bad
Wait,
managers?
Big up Sean saying Reece and Jude are legit best friends. So he's probably going to be best friends with Mason Mount soon. If you know, you know. But guys, I do have to wrap up. I need to go onto Goonies' channel. Yeah, big up everybody. Been another mad stream. We'll be back tomorrow for the preview for Leicester v Chelsea. And
So-
yeah, up the Chelsea people. Up the Chelsea.